All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream. This time we are Thursday at 5, and it does appear that we have all the right files this time, so that's always good. Before we get into today's content, though, this is the last week. In fact, 3 days from now, the 30th, I'll be closing the doors for anyone who wanted to sign up for this 3-hour-long live mixing masterclass, mastering the mix. We're going to take a mix from start to finish. I'm going to show you all of the key elements that I would add to or take away, how to get it to set tonality wise in balance and in harmony with one another. Also, we're going to talk about how to get that thing radio ready, mastered, and we may even, if we have time, we might even go into how to get that submitted for all of the world to hear as well. So if you're interested, it is $97. You can follow the link that I have pinned at the top of the chat right now. And that should take you to the page that will tell you even more about it than what I just did. But I just give you sort of a brief synopsis of exactly what that is. So with that being said, we are actually today going to be going through a listen together of the April submissions of the monthly live song contest that we have around here. So it's good to see all of you here in the chat. Midnight Blue Music, all up in here. PAL, we got Crackly Software, Eugene Smith, of course, DJ Big Red 81, staple of the stream here. Mark George just popped in. What's going on, Mark? Good to see you all. So without further ado, maybe this is your first time here, or you're stumbling across this video in a later date and you're wondering, what's this all about? Well, literally, this channel exists to simplify the complexities of the home studio and to help you create professional sounding music in a less than professional space. That's the entire intention around here. Now, the motto around here, sort of the creed that we follow, is that we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. And it's because of that togetherness we have these awesome individuals who have helped to sponsor the show. What's up, Connor Cronin? Good to see you. Whether that be through the generous donations from Patreon, whether they have become a YouTube member under the membership tab, or they have become the Rockin' VIP members. Thank you all so much for all of your patronage. And yeah, sounding a little harsh today, that's for sure. Probably been due to the fact that I've been crying a lot today. Today was the actual funeral of the friend that I left, or rather that left us. And that took place there at noon our time. So it's been kind of a rough day. With that being said, these awesome individuals here have helped to keep the lights on. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. What's up, Mob the Gamer? And thank you guys for your support. You'll never know how much I appreciate it. Let's give a shout out to a sponsor before we get all up in here. Today's video is sponsored in part by the 𝗏𝗵 Academy. The 𝗏𝗵 Academy offers affordable courses from mentors, world-class engineers, Grammy winners, and multi-platinum selling producers. And with the resources available on the 𝗏𝗵 Academy, you can learn how to create radio-ready mixes from the comfort of your own home studio. Most of the courses also offer multi-tracks that you can then add to your portfolio and begin to build out your business. Follow the link in the description of this video to head on over to the 𝗏𝗵 Academy today and start learning the skills that are needed to take your hobby or your business to the next level. All right, so here we are with our submissions. We have 17 of them today, so just as has already been stated in the chat, we may have to cut this stream short and pick up as a part 2 for maybe next week or something like that. But with that being said, I think we have some really good submissions here. It's just a matter of making sure that we give all of them ample time and make sure that we're also providing enough value for those who submitted, because I don't want you to submit songs for us to listen to them and go, wow, that was cool, and move on. So hopefully I can give you some kind of an insight that will help you to make your songs even better than they were whenever you submitted them. I mean, that's the entire purpose, right? So let's go ahead and listen to song number 1. This is called Riff Raider by 𝗕𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗵𝗀. And I'm going to pull up the okay, he says, this is an instrumental looking for a vocal match made in heaven, preferably of the hip-hop sort. It's a sonic quest of creating wild sounds and taming them together in a harmonious piece. As for what I used, I have to look back under the hood to recall made via Reaper. Awesome. Let's give it a listen. Nice. Okay, so from my professional standpoint on this, Given the genre of the song, normally I would say the bass is like way too much, but given the genre of the song, it works. But it did seem a bit repetitive, and some of the samples that were used a little bit repetitively. And I think that's what made it repetitive. If you would have used the, as Mob the Gamer's already stated, if you would have used that yo a little more sparingly, or even did like a vocal stutter, vocal edit, like some sort of a delay chop, something to make it just a little bit more different each time that we heard it, or at least a few times, bring up some difference, some contrast in there. I think that would have really helped us sold the vibe of the song a lot better. But a lot of the elements, the instrumentation and the balance of it was actually pretty good, especially for the song having that much bass. Normally everything else gets drowned out. I'm just making up words today. Gets drowned out. And so kudos to you for that aspect of it. I would just take into consideration sort of making it a little bit more relatable and not so repetitive. So awesome. The next one is called Typical. And let's see what they have to say about this. I'm submitting this song on behalf of my son, Kane Ireland. He wrote this song 20 years ago. I helped him tweak the lyrics and arrangement. All I know about the recording is he was using GarageBand. It would be great to hear the community's thoughts. Well, this is pretty cool. Okay. Give her a listen.
I've been waiting all my life. I haven't seen a change. I think this is all really strange. We've passed along the way, we never thought to turn. Something we need to this is all just a little typical. Well, hey. And that was a chance. It never settled in. Now we live in fear. Tell me together, we can make this forever. I am the king of my land, waiting for our maiden's hand. No one will ever understand. Hey, hey, hey. And you got your mind made up, and I know I've missed my cue. This is all just a little typical. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay, so there's definitely a lot of potential with this song. I just feel like it was kind of, I understand, like for this song itself, it kind of worked with it for it to be that sparse, but it was a little too, it wasn't that it lacked in instrumentation, except for obviously it needed a bass, some sort of a bass element in there, whether that be a cello or a bass guitar or, you know, a synth even. But the sparseness was not so much in the amount of instruments as it was in the arrangement and production, from the standpoint of, like, as you could see, I tried to boost it volume wise to get it to where it would kind of come into it. I did that with the T-Rex one. But what I would like to have heard is maybe just not so much volume as much as like there was a lack of space. So everything sounded very sort of thin and tinny. Tinny is probably not the right word there. It was more just lackluster. And I think just a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay on some of that, really could have brought that up to another level. So very cool. Like I said, though, lots of potential though. The song itself was pretty cool. So up next we have Michael Wilson with I Always Knew. It's good to see VRC Sounds. It says coming in late, had to get my son off the bus. VRC Sounds, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that it is your first time being on one of these streams. So we got to give him a big round of applause. Jonathan Hamlet, 𝗕𝗄𝗃 has just jumped on. Jonathan Hamlet, Micah has jumped on. Good to see you. And Paul Morgan, good to see you as well. All right, so let's see what is to be said about this song, I Always Knew. The lyrics were written by Lance Katz, and I wrote the music. We originally wrote this for the first American Idol Song Contest that was in 2011. I have since re-recorded it with a singer whose name is Michaela Khan and added guitars and real bass. Okay, that sounds cool. Let's give it a listen. Nice voice.
Only took a glimpse. I often wonder why. Was it something in your smile or the deepness in your eyes? It was just a single touch with just the slightest brush. I couldn't help but stare as the wind blew through your hair, and it was you.
Nice.
It was you. to calm my fears away. How it feels here in your arms, it's how I always want to stay. It wasn't hard to see, we were always meant to be. Once I had you in my heart, there was no way we could part because of you. And all you do, I always do. You're such a part of me. You always know just how I feel. You are the only thing that matters. I can't believe this could be real. It only took a glimpse. I often wonder why. Was it something in your smile or the deepness in your eyes? It wasn't hard to see, we were always meant to be. Once I had you in my heart, there was no way we could part because of you. And all you do, I always do.
Nice.
La 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 la. I always knew. I always knew. La 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 la. La 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 la. I always knew. I knew. Oh, I knew. Oh, I knew. La 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 la.
Wow, that was a great production. Loved the fact that it had lots of space. Loved the instrumentation. The singer, good night. That singer's voice was amazing. The guitar work was on point. In fact, there was a lot of times where that guitar sound almost sounded as if it was being played through like an ES-335 or some sort of a hollow body guitar. And it had almost like that Trey Anastasio sound to it on the edges. I'm just geeking out about that now. So, but with that being said, okay, good. Thanks for the heads up, DJ. Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff going on there. I do feel like that it was kind of lacking in the area of arrangement, though. I felt like there were some areas where some instrumentation could have been brought out, or even dropped off completely to create a little bit of interest. It did seem kind of like it was a backing track, like someone was singing to a backing track. But the singer, oh my goodness. Gospel choir. Ooh, that'd be, yeah. That would have been cool. But yeah, great submission, Mr. Wilson. That's amazing work. That's my professional opinion on it. I'll Never Let Go, Joe DeLike Artist. This is by Joshua Hahn. Hey, Music at Work. Thank you so much. And thank you, Disc Jedi Panoramics, for hopping on here. Jonathan Hamlin, already got you, buddy. 𝗕𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀, I've got you. Music That Works. So I think Music at Work. Sorry. I think this is the first time I've seen you on the stream as well. Let's give him a big round of applause, or her. A big round of applause. And let's see what the artist had to say about this one. So let's pull up the old track here. This song was written and performed by Joshua Hahn live at our church, MIC night, Music and Community. And he wrote it after an event in his life but also for those who ever felt someone was stolen from them, miscarriage, accident, suicide, etc. He wrote it as if a person he was talking about was a hazelnut eye little girl. It was recorded on a Shure SM58 wireless mic, and guitar was recorded to a Behringer X32 into a 2-channel recorder. 5 years later, I found the recording, split the vocals and the guitar, mixed it in Cakewalk, added VSDI bass and electric guitar, and I used Waves Harmony to create harmonies through the song, mainly chorus and parts of the verses. Okay, sounds like it's going to be a pretty cool little journey here. Let's take a listen.
All my hopes and dreams aren't tangible things, but it seems to me they can be stolen away nonetheless. But if you ask me how, I'll confess I was so helpless to keep you from harm or hold you in my arms before the day you were stolen away. But you're still mine to have, and you're mine to hold, with the arms of my heart, with the heart of my soul. Though I'll never see your hazelnut eyes, I'll never say goodbye to the place you hold. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. All my laughter and tears, and all the years we'll never see. Visions of all the things will never be. All the pictures we'll never take cause my heart to break. Oh, darling, even though we never made mistakes, still you were stolen away. But you're still mine to have, and you're mine to hold, with the arms of my heart, my soul. Though I'll never see your hazelnut eyes, I'll never say goodbye to the place you hold. Though I could never see your hazelnut eyes, my lost love, I'll never say goodbye to the place you hold. And I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go, though you were stolen away. There'll never come a day I'll let you go. I'll never let you go.
Well, that certainly hit different. Honestly, I think it could just be the timing of the song itself, with me literally having just went to a funeral today for a friend, or it could have been just the vocal itself, and the way that it was sung. I don't know that that really would have required much more to be an awesome song. I think, in fact, the fact that it was stripped down and stripped out and just raw like it was, I think actually sold the emotion even more. And it obviously, I mean, it moved me to tears. And the message of it, you know, it's so true. Sometimes we feel like that they've been stole away from us. But in actuality, we know that if we do everything that we possibly can to make it, that by the grace of God, we'll see each other again someday. Excellent song. I would have loved to have heard some strings, maybe even some Rhodes in there, or an organ, choir, just sort of like a low in the background, just doing some oohs and ahs kind of things. But man alive, lots of emotion in that song. Great work on that. So not much more I can say about that one, honestly. It was done very well. Yes, that's what he did say. The vocal was a live recording. So yeah. Yes, very much so. Okay, so up next we have Hypnotic. It says, "Hi, I am Contaminated, a solo independent writer, songwriter, producer. I use Logic Pro X to write all my material. The vocals you hear are vocal samples from Splice and Loop Cloud. I also mix everything myself, but I feel it's missing that professional sound, and I haven't been able to break through my mixes to figure out what part of it needs improving. I would love to get it professionally mixed to hear the difference." Well, Mr. Hypnotic, you are at the right place. I do offer mixing and mastering services. If that is something that you're interested in, we can definitely talk about that outside of the stream. But let's go ahead and hear what you have, and maybe just a few little tips that I could give you could help you to improve your mixes without the aid of a pro mix engineer. Let's see what you got.
that we were a mess. I just wanna confess. I just wanna confess.
If I could slow down the clock, when I'm with you, I just feel so good. I hit replay every single night. So for now, let's just take our time. Taste me, I know your time will come right back. Hate me, 'cause you're addicted to me. Ooh la la, ooh la la. Taste me, I know your time will come right back. Hate me, 'cause you're addicted to me. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la.
Very cool. That was a prime example of something that can be sort of repetitive, but with enough variation can keep you interested. So there's a lot of sort of repetitive things that was going on there, but because there was a lot of variation in the repetitiveness, it didn't seem so repetitive. So, and a lot of that was like, using the same vocal sample or chop, but with, a vocoder sound or changing the EQ, the way that it sounded. And then of course, those driving bass lines and arpeggios were definitely helping to keep things moving along to where you didn't feel like you were stuck in one place. Definitely some good instrumentation, some good arrangements from that sense. But I would say there was a few times, especially where it just felt like there was just too much going on. And sort of, the earmark of a good producer is knowing when too much is too much and when too little is too little. And that's a chore that we're all still trying to strive to find a good balance for. And sometimes it takes submitting to a song contest like this and getting other people's opinions before you kind of start to see or, sort of put the holes in your own projects, because we get married to our projects and then we see them and we're like, we see them over and over and over. And because we're married to them, we see nothing bad in them anymore, except for what we see. Yeah, just as Jonathan Hemlin had just said, just a little busy at times, but the groove overall was really good. So a good song for driving, says 𝗧𝗵𝗂. What's up, Cyber Lion? Good to see you in here. And Connor Cronin, good to see you. Don't know if I gave you a shout out yet. Big Poppy M is all up in the chat now. Thank you as well. You guys are awesome about showing up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's what, all of this is subjective. And I always make mention of that. I believe it's even in the sign-up form, that my opinions are just that. They're my opinions. If you're doing this and you're getting a lot of good feedback from it, whatever it is that you're doing, then just keep doing what you're doing if you're getting good feedback from it. Don't worry about what others are saying. So great song, but that's just some of the things that I heard. And then obviously some painting would have done it really great. And even some, ping pong style delays, I think would have been awesome. Would have set that apart as well. All right. So next up we have Fenton Scanlon with Strong as an Oak. It says, nearly 2 years ago, I developed a chronic illness. Although it's still ongoing, I have improved a fair amount and life has somewhat gotten back to normal. But for the first year, I was in pretty bad shape, unable to work or do much at all. And at the time I fell ill, my wife was 7 months pregnant. So you can imagine how testing of a time it was, with one child to look after and another on the way. Anyway, throughout this period, my wife was just immense. This song is a tribute to her and how strong and amazing she has been through the most testing period of my life. Wow.
You placed your hand in mine. And you looked at me with eyes that shine. You gave your trust to me. We've built our way to the sea. Strong as oak to me.
Wow, that's great.
We've grown through life as friends.
Great drop out of the instruments right there.
We've moved through life as partners too. Far from our starting place. Our lines are hard to trace. Strong as oak to me. You placed your hand in mine.
Very cool. Very cool. Wow. Yeah, some very emotional songs tonight. What's going on here? Man, you guys are doing great. These songs have been absolutely amazing. Fenton Scanlon, man, that was a great song. Great production, great arrangement. The arrangement of that alone, that was a masterclass in arrangement. Just fit the song so well. And there was definitely some issues with it as far as like the string squeaks and stuff like that. But I think that because the song was the way that it was, I think it could have been, the string squeaks could have been overlooked by a listener just simply because of the content of the music and how it was arranged and produced. But definitely would like to see that taken care of. Fenton, I actually wonder if we couldn't fix those string squeaks for you. If you still have that project, send me the acoustic guitar and let me see what I can't do. No charge. Great song, man. All right, up next we got Connor Cronin with Rip Dublin. I can guarantee you that this is going to be a lively piece, as Connor does some good lively pieces. Let's see. Now watch, he's going to prove me wrong this time. A punk song. Oh yeah. Love it. About the loss of cultural space in Dublin due to gentrification, and vulture capital moving in. Particularly inspired by recent protests to save the Cobblestone Pub, a treasured institution of traditional music and song in the city. Wow. It's good to know that this stuff isn't just happening here in America. It's happening everywhere. I mean, it's bad that it's happening at all, but at least we're not alone, right? So, wow. With that introduction, let's go ahead and give Connor's song a listen, and I'm going to turn off the TRS-1, or at least turn it down to 0. Excuse me. And let's give her a listen. Nice. Very cool little intro there. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Man, that was excellent production. The guitar tones, they sound very punk, which obviously that's what you want with a punk rock song. But I feel like they could have been a little fuller. I'm not sure if it's the way that you're EQing them or the way that you're recording them. But it's almost like they are maybe like a DI source recorded straight into the computer, and then maybe there's some kind of like a amp simulation that's being used. It's lacking just a little bit of like, it needs like an impulse response or something like that to give it a little bit more realism to it. Not that it doesn't sound real, but it just doesn't sound like it's really in a room, if that makes sense. But dude, that song's amazing. I didn't expect anything less, honestly. Your stuff's always great. Apart from that, I think a little bit more grittiness or up punch. I just made up another word, guys. I'm on a roll today. A little more punchiness on your vocals. Yeah. There's not really much other than that I can say about it because it's very cool. And I love how you always include like these political aspects in your songs, which is really what true punk rock was about in the first place. It was them like revolting against the system and revolting against, the man, so to speak. And they had, that's where a lot of the crazy hairstyles and all the tattoos and the piercings was to get attention. Like, hey, pay attention to us. We have a voice too. Up pinch. I actually said up punch. I don't know why, but I was thinking punchy up in volume at the same time, I think. I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. Typo. Yeah. And there was a few timing issues, but I experimented with not using any reverb on the guitars. Maybe that's where the lack of depth. Yeah, that very well could be it. I think even just a touch of reverb, even just like a spring reverb, like a touch of it would help them to come alive a little bit better. But I totally get, from your aspect, not using any reverb at all because it's punk rock. Like punk rock doesn't have reverb on the guitars, or do they? It's just very subtle, I think. So awesome. Great work as usual though. Crackly Software's next up with his song March Time. Was this a month too late? Perhaps. Vocals by 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗦𝗦. This is the latest version of this song. Still don't think that I have got the mix right, but was keen to submit it anyway. Hope that you enjoy. All recorded in Reaper, and had to remove 𝗵𝗲's vocals from a previous mix using 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Such a great app. Awesome. I just used 𝗧𝗵𝗲 the other day, actually. There's a family in our church that they're wanting to record their daughter's EP. She's releasing an EP of her solo violin album. And they said, could you help? And I said, absolutely. Well, they sent me the songs that she's going to be doing the violin to, which she's basically replacing the vocals with her violin. It was so cool to pull up 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and remove the vocals completely, send them back and say, here's a good practice material. To which case her dad was like, whoa, how did you do that? 𝗧𝗵𝗲. I need to reach out to them, see if we can't do another sponsored video again. Okay, so this is March Time. Let's give it a listen. Turn the T-Rex one on. Well, I may not have to. I think I have to. Cool. Transition there. I like that.
Yesterday
That was a cool little ending there. Man, the synth sounds and some of the soundscapes you had going on there was absolutely amazing. I do feel like it could have benefited from some EQ, especially some separation style type EQ, which is where maybe folding your mix down to mono and doing a lot of your EQ decisions then and folding it back out then to stereo would probably help. The vocals needed to come, I believe, up front just a little more. Need to come to the front, set on top just a little bit more. And then some of the vocal effects were amazing, though. I loved what you did with the vocal effects. So keep up the good work, man. You got a great song there. It just needs a little bit of tweaking, I think, to be a banger, as we call it. Up next, and this will more than likely be the last song today, because otherwise, yeah, a lot of these songs that are coming up are a lot longer. And I do have to be mindful of the time, as family time needs to be had, and there's some things I got to get done here at the house. So with that being said, the next one is called Hoab Booga. He says, my name is 𝗬𝗵𝗂 𝗧𝗵𝗂, and I'm a fan of funk and disco, so I decided to make myself something of my own. A lot of inspiration for this track was drawn from Daft Punk, Delegation, and the late 80s Italian disco. To achieve that late 80s vibe, I used a lot of analog synths and effect emulation plugins. Thanks for listening to my song. I hope you enjoy it. Additionally, you are doing a fantastic job, Mr. McClellan. I can see that all you are doing is motivated by a genuine love and passion for music. Keep up the good work. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I needed to hear that. So let's give Hoab Booga a good listen here. Nice. Ooh, I like. That was an awesome little piece of music there. Very short and sweet, to the point, and it had some amazing guitar work. So honestly, not much I would say about that one to improve it. I just liked it kind of the way that it was. So kudos to you, man. Good work on that. Everyone now get up and dance. Nice separation of bass. Just saw that you played Josh's song. Glad you enjoyed it. Having 3 miscarriages. The song really resonated with me when he performed it. Wow. Dude. Wow. Definitely. Yeah, for that last song, definitely sync license that bad boy. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I think we had some great submissions today, guys. Unfortunately, you know, we could be doing this all day long, but unfortunately we can't. But with that being said, we are going to, let me switch this up here. Okay. So we do have currently 22 concurrent viewers with only 19 likes. Make sure that you hit that like button before we sign out today, so that it will help to send this out to the applicable people that need to hear about this cool little platform we got going on over here. Stay tuned, because sometime here in the near future, We were thinking it was going to be next Tuesday. It might even have to be pushed back a little bit farther now. If you are an Academy member from the VIP, I say Academy, the VIP membership member, I guess it is kind of an Academy too. But if you are a member of that, we are going to have a live Q&A with mastering engineer Ian Shepard coming up soon. And that will only be for VIP members. I think it's a way for me to give back something back to you guys who are paying monthly fees and keeping the lights on, so to speak. There's going to be a lot more of that because I'm trying my best to be nice to those who've been nice to me. And so I'm following up with Brian Wampler soon, who is going to be, hopefully within the next few months, is going to also be putting together just a small video for just VIP members about building a pedal board and some pitfalls you need to watch out for and some ways that you can build your pedal board in such a way to where it will be more effective. I've even talked to him about maybe even doing a small master class on like sort of taking pedals and making them sound different or better and how to open them up and tweak them to what you'd like. So I would say that would probably be next, May 4th at 5 p.m. Thank you, DJ, for following up on that question. But yeah, that's probably when that will be. I don't foresee myself having the time to do that follow-up in between. So we'll go ahead and schedule that for then. But stay tuned because we are having these now every week, unless, of course, like this last time, I had lost a dear friend of mine, and there was no way I could have had that stream that day. It was just, anywho. Sometimes extenuating circumstances do come up. My apologies, and I'll always try to make you aware of that. But sometimes it just happens to where I got so much going on. Sometimes I'm burning a candle at both ends. So not excuses, just letting you know why sometimes those things will happen. But before we go, we have one more thing that we need to do, and that is spin the wheel of awesomeness. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been wondering, what would your life be like without the wheel of awesomeness? Now you know. It won't be a life at all, because the wheel is the deal. All right. Well, thank you, Casey Kasem. What are we going to be doing for the Wheel of Awesomeness today, Casey? Well, we're just going to be spinning it, Robert. Okay. And let's say, just hypothetically, Casey, the wheel happens to land on all of the stars. What are we going to do? Well, Robert, you never really talked to me about that. I guess we'll just have to give something away. Oh, okay. Okay. Just gonna throw this out there then. What are we gonna give away? You know what, Robert? Why don't you just let me do all the work? Yeah, and not pay me for it. Just like you do with DJ. Why don't you just make everybody work for you? And now hold on a minute. I don't make you work. I mean, how many coffees have you had today? That's besides the point. All right, we're not going to do this on air, Casey. Just spin the wheel. All right, I've spun the wheel. I'm going to go drink some more coffee. All right, well, wow. Okay, so let's say that hypothetically it did land on all of the stars. We would be giving away something, but it's evidently not going to land there today. So with that being said, Boomer Bill, good to have you, man. Let's give him a big round of applause. Good to see you, Boomer Bill. And good to see that the alter ego Casey has been well accepted by even DJ, who is also a faithful follower of mine, who's working diligently behind the scenes to make sure that you guys have cool stuff going on all the time. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Okay, with that said, it landed on trivia. I thought it said song feature a minute ago. What was that? Anyway, it landed on trivia. So for today's trivia, what is another mastering engineer that I have had on the channel before? In fact, you can find it here on the YouTube channel. If you go under the playlist for interviews. This is just a little bit of trivia for lessons. This isn't necessarily music related. It's more related to, have you been watching the channel for very long? And if so, what is another mastering engineer that I have interviewed here on the channel?
Are you looking to change your mood? Well,
let me make sure that's actually in the interviews like I said it was. Because as of right now, I'm not actually seeing it. Maybe I made it. Oh, that's right. It's on the podcast. Okay. So even better. How many of you actually know that I have a podcast? How many of you actually listen to the podcast? How many of you know that I haven't posted on the podcast for over 2 months? Because it's literally just anymore feeling like a waste of time. It's like I post something on there and I get like one person that downloads it, like crickets. So I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. Well, Warren Hewitt's not really a mastering engineer. Oh, it did land on the stars, huh? Interesting. All right, well, then let's have a giveaway. Even if it didn't land on the stars, let's have a giveaway anyway. Let's give away a month's worth of VIP membership. We're going to start that giveaway now. All you have to do for the next 3 minutes is enter in exclamation point, capital H, capital S, capital S. Good guess, Boomer Bill, but Spencer Gibb is also not a mastering engineer. So this was a mastering engineer. David Glenn is also not a mastering engineer. I mean, he is, but that's not his primary job. So if you go to my podcast page, which actually you can find that by going to homestudiosimplified.com. For those of you that didn't know I have a website, guess what? I've got a website. But if you go to the podcast tab over on the website, you can see that I have done an interview with where's it at? Here it is. The answer is 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗵𝗲. Yes, that's right. You are listening to the Home Studio Simplified podcast, episode number 30. Hey guys, got a very special treat for you today. We have mastering engineer 𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗵𝗲. 𝗵𝗲 is based out of Los Angeles. Anywho, that was back in 2016. So if you knew that one, you've been following for quite some time. But actually, there is a ton of interviews that I've done here on the channel, as well as just standalone episodes, such as those on mentorship, DIY for the home studio, collaboration. I even have one about, which was kind of a fan favorite back when people used to listen to my podcasts, the Black Friday battle plan. You are listening to the Home Studio Simplified, podcast. Welcome back to the Home Studio Simplified podcast. Updated whenever I do right now on top, or at least give basically, and all of that is coming about. I don't just pick chorus component of the show where we discuss audio products, tone studio option of with a synth-like filter sweep, and even enter a world of new sounds that blow away the boundaries of allowing room for more creativity. Now, I've watched a ton of reviews, sound and behavior, but etc. Joe. All right, and next up is the Instalooper, a 130 movement amidst all of the chaos looms are flaring between notes or the description of the video. All right, so check this out. On to our main thought. It's the year 2020. Civil unrest is at an all-time high. Tensions are flaring between superpowers, and the world has been thrust into a worldwide pandemic. Amidst all of the chaos looms a great cloud that hovers over the people of planet Earth. What is this menacing fog that clouds the minds of those stricken with the poverty that this pandemic has brought on? None other than Black Friday. This brazen enemy of the world is not shrouded in propaganda. It's not buried under subterfuge. It's boldly marching into the minds of all of those who would behold it. Will you join the resistance? Will you fight against the marketing genius? Will you stand against its tyranny, or will you fall prey to its allurement?
All right, so what we'll try to do is go ahead and flank them from this edge, and then we'll... Oh, hold on a second.
Sir, Corporal Smith reporting for duty. Permission to speak, Sergeant.
Permission granted, Corporal.
Sir, we've got more fallen and more wounded.
What? How does this keep happening? You know, you would think with all the countermeasures that we've put in place, the years of training and the constant reprogramming attempts, that they'd be wise to the enemy's tactics by now.
Sir, they've resorted to using gas against them.
Oh no, not gear acquisition syndrome.
Yes, sir, but it gets worse. They've brought in the big guns. The SS. They're offering the VMS-1 for $4.99 with a free mic pack.
What? That's $300 off the original price.
It doesn't stop there either. Sources tell us that the plug-in companies are also offering nearly 75% off their original prices as well.
Plug-ins? No, that always gets them.
Intel has informed us that most of the men that have fallen prey for the plug-in deals already have so many options that they haven't even used half of them.
Paralysis by overwhelm. Don't they understand that if they just learn the tools that they have first, they'd be able to make better informed buying decisions? What else do we got?
Well, sir, This is Bravo Team. HSS, do you copy?
This is Sergeant McClellan of the HSS 1982 Division. Go ahead.
Sir, we have trouble on the home front. It seems that some of the men are neglecting Christmas for their families to appease their insatiable lust for gear.
Oh my Lanta. When will it stop?
There's also talks of incredible deals bleeding over into December, sir. We'll keep you posted as things develop. Bravo Team, over and out.
Thanks for the update, Bravo Team. Corporal Smith, what were you wanting to tell me about?
Yeah, can I get that in blue? Ooh, yeah, 12 months, same as cash?
Corporal.
Oh, yeah.
Who is that on the line?
Oh, I gotta go.
Give me that phone. Oh, sweet home Alabama. That was Tyler, the sales rep from Sweetwater, wasn't it?
No, sir. His name is Ty Heyman. Listen, it's not what you think. I got approved for a $2,000 credit limit, and I get...
Corporal, you are out of your mind. That's how they rope you in. Next thing you know, they'll be upping your spending limits and sending you catalogs every quarter. Call them back. There's still time to make a counterstrike. Tell them that you'd like to cancel your order this instant.
Sergeant, I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
They just got the guitar in that I've been wanting.
You know what the wife will say. Don't you have enough guitars?
Yes, sir, but it's in the Lake Placid blue with locking tuners and outfitted with noiseless pickups.
Oh, sweet Mother Mary. It's a Fender, isn't it?
Yes, sir. They've even agreed to throw in a flight case.
Leo Fender. He's taken up more of my men than I dare count. Corporal, did you happen to say Lake Placid blue?
Satin finish on the neck and a free fender strap to boot.
All right, stop. Enough is enough. Give me that phone, Corporal.
But sir.
That's an order.
Here, sir.
All right, now get out of my sight. I'm going to take care of this once and for all.
But sir,
You can report here tomorrow at first light to reclaim your device. But as of now, you need to relocate yourself to anywhere but here. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now get out. Ty? Hey, great work on the Lake Placid blue. By the way, do you have any more of those in stock?
Yes, that was just a little goofy. I completely understand that. However, I was trying to present this in a little bit different light. And also, anywho, that's some of the shenanigans that you'll find on the podcast. Thank you all so much for joining. Love each and every one of you. Remember that we can dream alone. We can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. See you all next Thursday. Until then, You know. I'll see y'all. Bye-bye. Good night, all. DJ says, well, who won? That's right. We never did pick the winner. So the winner is Cyber Lion. Congratulations, Cyber Lion. You've just won a month free of the VIP membership. All you have to do is simply email me at homestudiosimplified@gmail.com to pick up your free month of VIP membership. Yeah. And now we will actually really and officially end this live stream. So thank you all so much for showing up. Love each and every one of you. And I'm glad that joke didn't go unnoticed. I was going to see if I tried to end it, if anybody would just be like, leave it to DJ. He's like, hey, who won? So, all right. Awesome. We will see you all. Oh, wait. Yeah, that was DJ. Okay, I thought it was Cyber Lion that asked who won, and then they won. That would have been crazy. Okay, so thanks for all the kiss emojis. I'll see you all. And great submissions, great songs, guys. Keep up the good work.
Now, Robert, we need to talk about this stuff that happened on the stream. I'm not sure what you're trying to pull here, Robert.
Why are you coming back? What's going on? Like, quit drink. Hey, what is that? Your fourth cup of coffee? Really? What are you doing?
I can't help myself. I think I just like your coffee. Partly because it's coffee, but partly because it's free. Just give me your coffee, Robert.
Don't you understand that I'm... Uh-oh, they can hear us.